Okay. Let's get started. We're going to continue with angle pairs. So the ones we learned before were alternate interior and alternate exterior. Today we're going to learn a couple more. This is your CO2. So CO2, I can apply properties of corresponding and same side interior. Okay, so let's just go over what these mean. Corresponding angles. Two non-adjacent angles that are on the same side of a transversal with one angle inside the two lines and the other on the outside of the two lines. Okay, so remember, that's really wordy, right? Would you guys agree? Did you understand what that just said? Let's break it down. This is the transversal line. Okay, so that's your transversal. These are our two lines. Remember the rectangle that we make? Well, parallelogram. So it says it needs to be on the same side of the transversal. So meaning it's got to be on this side or this side. It has to be on the same side. With one angle inside the two lines. So one has to be on the inside and the other on the outside of the two lines. So if one's on the inside or outside, 6 would be its corresponding angle on the inside. And can you kind of see how this angle measure looks to measure the same as this one? See how the angle looks the same? Does 3's angle look the same as angle 1, like it measure the same? 1 and 3? No, they don't. 1 and 6 look like they'd measure the same because they are congruent. What does the word congruent mean again? No. Same. Congruent means they measure the same. So 1 and 6 are corresponding angles. 3 and 8, 2 and 5, and 4 and 7. They have to be on the same side. Same side interior, that's the other one we're learning today. Two angles that are on the inside of the two lines and are on the same side of the transversal. So they have to be on the inside because same side interior, and it literally says same side. So we're going to box it in. We're on the inside. They have to be on the same side. So 3 and 6 are same side interior. 4 and 5 are same side interior. Does that make about as clear as mud? Okay. I'm not really concerned that you know the names of these. You're never going to have to know the names of these. But you have to know which ones are congruent and which ones are not. Okay? So, the top of this next page is going to help us a little bit too. So we've already talked about alternate exterior angles and alternate interior angles. And we know they are congruent. Congruent meaning what? The same. So they measure the same. So I can set them equal to each other. So angle 4 measures the same as angle 6. So I can set them equal to each other. Angle 1 measures the same as angle 7. So I can set them equal to each other. Corresponding angles are also congruent. Corresponding meaning 1 and 6, 3 and 8. So I can set them equal to each other. Same side interior are not congruent. But what they do is they add to 180. So angle 4 plus angle 5 add to give you 180. Angle 3 plus angle 6 add to give you 180. This is the only one that you need to remember that adds to 180. Questions so far? Okay, so just like before, we're going to double check, are these lines parallel? Are these lines parallel? Yes, they are. Now I have to identify, am I same side interior? So look at this. Are they both on the inside? And are they on the same side? They're on the same side, but they're not both on the inside, are they? So they can't be same side interior. These are corresponding. We said corresponding angles are congruent. So we're going to be doing exactly what we were doing the other day. All right, go quick. Okay, what should I get rid of first? What should I get rid of first, guys? This isn't new. The 9. Minus 9 minus 9. So I have 4x over here. What's 117 minus 9? 108. What would you like me to do now? Divide by 4. X equals what? 27. If I did this correctly, when I put 27 in for X, I should get the same measure. Four times 27 is 108. Plus 9 gives me 117. This one here is corresponding. What's the only one that's not congruent? Look at the top of your page. What's the only one that's not congruent? Alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding, or same side interior? Same side interior. That's the only one that's set equal to 180. All right, let's go to the top of the next page. Are they parallel lines? Yes? Okay. We're always checking that first. I box it in. What do you notice about where these two numbers are?
Interior.
They're both interior. And what else do you notice?
Same side.
Same side. Did you just say the word? Same side interior. What's the only one that's set equal to 180? Same side interior. So we notice they're on the same side and they're on the interior side. So this is the only one that is set equal to 180. Okay, I can combine like terms. How many x's do I really have? 3 here and 5 here. So how much does that give you all together? 8. What should I do now? This is not new. What should I do? Plus 20. Very good. Final step. Divide by 8. X equals, what'd you say? 25? Now, I know that X equals this. Do I know these angle measures yet? Will they be the same? They're not congruent, so meaning they're not the same. So they will not be the same. So we check them individually. So we're going to solve that. What's 5 times 25? 125. Take away 20. So that angle measures 105. Now let's try the other one. What's 3 times 25?
75.
So that angle measures 75 degrees. When you find these two angle measures, they need to add together to give you what? 180. Do they? 105 plus 75, does that give you 180? Yes, it does. All right, let's talk about this one. They did not make it parallel. We're making it parallel. What happened to my arrows? Okay, we're going to make our box. What do you notice about where the numbers are? Where are they? They're on the interior and they're on the same side. What's the only one set equal to 180? Same side interior. So is this same side interior? All right, so I want you guys to mimic exactly what we did at the top. That's your guide. So you've almost got it now, just it equals 180. So then combine your two like terms. So 4x plus 2x gives you, yep, plus 20 and the balance. Yes.
She doesn't know who it is yet.
What?
That's all this is saying. She doesn't know who it is yet.
Oh, Jeanette.
Yes.
Okay, got it. That makes more sense.
And he was doing it.
Like, Because I specifically asked if we're gonna get to know who they are.
Okay, then what do you do next? How do we get 6x by itself? Steven.
Yeah. You guys getting a decimal?
Yeah.
26.6 repeating?
Yeah,
Yeah. I wonder why they did that.
that's what I was just gonna ask you.
Yeah, no, that's right. That setup's all right. Just write down 26.6. I'm gonna go in and change that right now on the.
80 minus,
So wait a minute, it gives you 160, so we're gonna make that 2x a 4x, because then that would make it an 8x, and 160 divided by 8 would work. I'm gonna go change that right now. I wonder why they did that.
so it'd be 2 4x's.
Yeah, if I just make it 2 4x's, that'll work better.
I'm gonna fix it on my sheet.
I'm gonna change it right now in the presentation for next year. Otherwise, I'll say I'll do it and I won't do it. All right, same side interior. I'm gonna do it the way you guys did it for now. I'm changing it for later, but,
Yep, just like choose 6.6.
okay.
And then she's gonna get it.
So, first thing we see here is we can combine like terms. I wonder if 2. Nope. Okay, minus the 20, which you guys did. And we divided by that 6, and you got 26.6 repeated, right? Can I still get pretty close to my angle measure then? If I check it, I can do 2 times 26.6 repeated. So I get what, 53.2? So if I add these two together, I get pretty close, don't I? 179.6, but we did some rounding. So I'm actually changing that as we speak. What is that doing in there? There. Now it's changed for next year. Was everyone able to see why this was same side interior? Okay. All right. Let's go to the top of the next page. All right. First of all, is it parallel? Is it parallel? Okay. What do you notice about my numbers? Where are they located? Same side and interior. All right, what's the only one set equal to 180?
Same side, interior.
Same side, interior. So we got to take all of that. So we have 3x plus 1 plus 3x plus 44, all equal to 180. Okay. We have a lot of combining like terms to do, don't we? I have a 3x and a 3x, so that gives me how much? 6x. Plus I have a 1 and a 44. How much does that give me?
45.
Once I combine like terms, it makes it a lot easier to manage. What else would you like me to do?
Subtract 45.
Subtract 45. Okay. 6x equals, what's 180 minus 45? 135. And I'm going to divide. I get x equals, should be like 22 and a half. I will give you decimals. I won't give you those repeated ones like we had on that one. I won't do that. That's mean. Okay, now, I left space down at the bottom so we don't try to scrunch it all up here. Have I figured out my angle measures yet? I figured out that x is 22 and a half, but now I need to put that in to figure out my two angle measures. So if I have 3 times 22.5, I get 67 and a half plus 1.
68.5
And what kind of label do I need?
degrees.
Degrees. All right, I get 67.5 here plus 44. What do you get? $111.5. Now, what do I know about these these degree measures here?
They equal 180.
They better equal 180. So I'm going to double check that. I'm going to add the two together. Do you get 180? Yeah? Questions? What questions do we have now? Okay. Top of the next page. We're almost done. Are they parallel? Yes? Okay. They are parallel. What do you notice about where the numbers are? They are on the same side. I agree with you there. What else? Inside and outside. Anytime they're on the inside and the outside like that, and on the same side, that's corresponding. But is that set equal to 180? What's the only one set equal to 180?
Same side interior.
Same side interior. Everything else is set equal to each other. So you're going to set this equal to each other. I want you to solve for x.
these will still equal, right? That's what I thought.
You wrote 27.
Paper.
Like, I knew it was something.
Oh, don't connect these two yet, because they're not like terms. One doesn't have an x and 20 does. So you're gonna wanna subtract 11x here and subtract 11x here. How did you mess up? Let's see.
Yeah.
Don't minus your 1 from the 20. Minus 1 here, I agree, then minus 1 from the 28. Yep, right there. Okay. So, several different ways we can start. I'm going to start by getting rid of my x's. So I minus 11x. And whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I get 9x plus 1 equals 28. I'm going to go ahead and subtract my 1. I get x equals 3. Now I'm going to check that. I'm just going to put it right back into this because both sides should equal the same amount. We just got to figure out what that angle measure is. 20 times 3 is 60, plus 1 is 61 degrees. That should be 33 plus 28 also gives you 61 degrees. Okay. Questions so far? All right, I want to talk about this. Claudia and Ping come to different conclusions when finding missing angles in the diagram. Their work is below. Determine who is correct and why. Okay. What's the first thing you notice about this diagram here? There's something that stands out to me pretty strong that I notice right away. It's always the first thing we look for.
The line.
And what about them?
They're not parallel.
They're not parallel. So can these all be congruent? Can these all be congruent if they're not parallel? So who do you suppose is right? All right, we'll come back. We're going to come back to this. We're gonna come right back to this. Okay? What I wanted, I'm going to not go to the back yet. I'm going to pass out an exit card because we're going to talk about it on this. There's something you need to understand with this, and this exit card does it the best. Okay. We will come back to this. So, looking here, are they parallel? Yes or no? When they're parallel like that, see these numbers down here? Right here? Where my finger is? If I were to pick this part up and put it on top of this, 1, 2, 3, all these would match up right down here with 4, 5, 6. Whatever these measures are up here, they're the same down here. They measure the same amount. Okay? So what we need to do is find the value of x. And I'm going to show you how this works. So we are on the same side, but are we same side interior? Right here? No. So we're not setting it equal to 180. So we're setting it equal to each other. I'm going to add my 5. Now what? What should I do? Divide by 8. And what's 120 divided by 8?
15.
How much?
15.
15. So, we know 8 times 15 minus 5. 8 times 15 is 120, minus 5 is 115. I'm going to show you how you can figure out absolutely every angle measure in here. So we know this guy's now 115. Okay, so what I'm saying is if I were to pick this this up and put it up here, this one would match this one would match this one would match here, this one would match here. They measure the exact same. Now, I asked you a question when we first started this entire unit. I said if I were to measure from here to here, how much would that measure? 180. So then I said, so you're telling me that this angle plus this angle would have to equal 180, right? So would it be safe to say if I labeled this A plus 115 equals 180? Is that a true statement? So can I figure out that A? I'm going to subtract 115, subtract 115. What would A equal? No. 180 minus 115 would give you 65 degrees. So this is actually 65 degrees. If that's 65 degrees, what other one do we know is 65 degrees? Which number?
6 or
5? 5? No, not 5. 4. 4 is 65 degrees. Vertical angles are also congruent. So once I have these top two, if I look vertically, that's just going across, they're also congruent. So if this is 115, this is 115. If this is 65, this is 65. Now, like what I was saying, if I pick these up and put them on top of here, they would match and they would be congruent. So how much does angle 5 measure? If I pick all these up and put them right on top of these, they would measure the same. So what would angle 5 measure? How much? 115. What would angle 6 measure? 65. That only works when you have parallel lines. So see how these all match? 65, 115, 115, 65. 65, 115, 115, 65. These all match up with these. So now let's go back to our paper. Right here with Claude and Ping. That's what Claudia's saying, is that all of these match up like that. Is that true? Are these parallel? So is this true? Claudia's wrong because they're not parallel. All right, last task for you. I'm telling you this is 110. Fill in what else is 110. That's all I want you to do right now. I'm telling you this one right here is 110. Fill in what other numbers you think are 110. All right, what did you get? What numbers are 110, do you think? Give me a number. Number what? Not 3.
1.
1? I agree. What else did you say, what? 5. You said 5 first, right? 5? Yep. 4? Those are all 110. Can we figure out 2, 3, 6, and 7? Because this entire thing measures how much? And we're pretending, sorry, that these are parallel. Okay? This whole thing measures 180. So I have 110 plus x gives me 180. So what's my other angle measure then? How do I find this out? What should I do? Subtract 110. So what's the other angle measure?
10.
All right. So if I'm saying 7 is 70, fill in everything that's 70. What other numbers are 70?
2.
2,
3.
3,
6.
and 6. Does everyone see how that works? All right.